Jalen Dalmeda reporting for Frontlines here at the Cielo Vista Mall in El Paso, Texas. Now, I'm here because I wanted to find people to ask, is there a problem at the southern border? And does Joe Biden really care about El Paso if he's going to take 2 years to show up and address the invasion? Let's find out what people have to say.
From my understanding, they just like let them come, and then they were just like living downtown, and then Biden came and like border patrol was like telling them to like get out so Biden wouldn't notice. I don't know the situation, but I feel like if it took him 2 years to figure it out, he obviously doesn't care, you know? So that's my opinion. I don't know the man. I probably will never meet him in my life, but I feel like when something wants to get done by somebody, they're gonna do it at all means. And if it's gonna take them a long time to figure it out, I mean, you have the power, you're the president. It's because you don't want to do it.
I think it's kind of bad on his part, because I feel like as a president, like that's an area that he should be looking forward towards more, you know, and especially like with all these immigrants. I mean, I understand that they're in a difficult situation. They want to come to the land of the free. I understand that, but I mean, sometimes like that takes jobs. It takes more stuff for El Paso to handle, you know, and I just feel like from Joe Biden's perspective, it's not really good, honestly.
He's being very neglectful about the situation that's happening, because if he had promised all these people that helped 2 years ago, he should have had already a plan on what to do like with them. Because I mean, I go by the border and all I just see is people outside and like living in little tents with small children or elderly, and I don't think that's fair for somebody to promise them help or welfare and then they come here and then nothing's going on. That's
yeah. Do you think that the citizens in El Paso are affected by this as well?
Yes, it's very effective because some of the roads are closed, like the sidewalks, and then just seeing them just gives you, I don't know, I mean, it makes me feel really sad to see people like that. I have two small children, and to see other two small children out in the street, then yeah, it hurts me. And also just been effective because people, I guess the border, because I go to Juarez, they're more strict now. There's longer lines and just stuff like that.
As far as taking 2 years, I don't think that it's a priority for a person to actually just show up just because of that. I think there has always been a crisis, but in the last 2 years, it has nothing to do with what's happening right now. What happens in the last 5 years is really made it worse. The previous president made it seem like using people to make a point to keep them from coming in did not help the situation. It just made this president look a lot more appealing for people to try and come and believe that they might not be prosecuted or taken away from the families like they were in the previous administration. I think it was just a stopper initially, and once you let that stopper go, everybody started coming over. With all the situation going on in other countries, that's also a problem. People are just migrating because they want a better life, and that's all they know.
About the 2 years, I'm not too big on politics though, so the 2 years I'm like, like indifferent about it. When it comes to a crisis of the border, I think there is one because there's just so many like migrants coming.
It's pretty awful, man. I feel like he should have taken care of this issue when he started office, and I feel like he hasn't been doing not much of a good job so far. So I mean, yeah, so it's terrible all around.
Do you think he cares about the people of El Paso?
No. If he did, he would have not had this crisis in the first place. It would have not taken him this long for him to come over here and address this, everything that's been happening with El Paso. So, nah.
In your opinion, what do you think is the effect of having so many people coming through into El Paso?
It's actually pretty bad. I mean, I don't really know how to like answer that, but like it's just been awful lately. You know, I mean, with Trump was around, I mean, he wouldn't have he addressed it real quick. As Biden, he never really like solved the problem what we were having these past couple of weeks, maybe this month or so. So yeah, I mean, just awful. That's my opinion.
So I definitely think, like, I've been going downtown and like stuff like that, and especially on Christmas, I went on Christmas, and it was like there's just like hella people there, you know, and I feel like, I don't know, honestly it's not very much affecting me in my personal life. I'm blessed enough to like not very much have to worry about that, but like it is an issue going on right now, and I feel like that shouldn't be happening, and I feel like Joe Biden should definitely, you know, have done something about it sooner. I know I saw like Governor Greg Abbott, he gave him a letter, and honestly I really do much agree with that letter.
There you have it, folks. My name's Kayland Almeida, reporting for Frontline.